This video is for you if you finally want to live a fulfilled life and stop living the life for someone else. Choosing yourself first is so healthy and so important. So if that's your goal, you're in the right spot. I'm Laura. Welcome to About a Good Life. And let's dive into it. How to choose yourself. And let me tell you, even I feel so often so guilty. I still choose myself. And I will tell you how I do that. So let's get started here. Okay, friends. I think when it comes to choosing yourself, it is so important that you tap into your intuition. And your intuition is so powerful because your intuition isn't my intuition. So what is intuition, right? Intuition is that little inner voice what tells you yes or no, do it, don't do it. Gut feeling, right? So tapping into your intuition will help you choosing yourself first, always. When it's too loud outside, you have to go somewhere quiet, right? So the next thing is also, when we talked about intuition, they are very powerful questions like, do I enjoy time spending with myself? Do I enjoy spending time with myself? Do I like being alone? And alone is not the same as lonely. So two important things. Do I like spending time with myself? Do I really feel good from like the deep down core? Intuition tells you here as well. Is that true? And then also, can I be alone? Can I be alone and just like doing stuff for myself? Actually, I love being alone. Oh my God, I love being alone so much. Sometimes I'm like, am I a stranger? No, I just like being alone and taking care of my needs. And see, I know for myself, I need to fill up my cup first to serve others. I mean, just imagine, right? Like an empty cup. Let me just get it. We have recyclable plastic here. So empty cup, right? Like there's nothing to give. Choose yourself first so you can give. Yay. How to choose yourself over others as well. Start with positive affirmations to really reprogram your brain. Your brain is gorgeous, by the way, to really become good with yourself. I have a affirmation meditation here, so just check that out if you are interested in that. But also, what is the first affirmation you can start with today? What comes to your mind, by the way? Start with that. Write it down, and then I'm a post-it girl, so post it somewhere, and yeah, you go from there. The thing is, I actually believe everything starts with intuition, but also getting sensitive for your needs. So what do you need? The most easiest things to figure that out. Are you hungry? Do you have to pee? Do you have to poop? Are you thirsty? Right? Like simple things. And then go deeper. Do you need social whatever right now? Do you need time being alone? Did someone overstep your boundary? How do you know that someone overstepped your boundary? You get angry. If you get angry, something overstepped your boundary. If something is disgusting to you, someone is really going against your values, for example. So get sensitive for how do you feel? Check in with yourself. Please do a daily check-in with yourself. It is so important. Always making notes because I'm a note post-it girl. And the thing is why it is so hard for us choosing ourselves over others is, first of all, we learned that. We learned to choose everyone first. Everyone first is in line. And then you maybe like look out of the line like, hey, but I'm here too. Yeah, but nobody taught us really in a healthy, holistic way, choosing us before others. But then, who is the first person putting on the oxygen mask at the airplane, in the airplane, when something happens? Hopefully nothing happens. Who is that? You got it. It's you. Fill up the cup first, and then help others. Always. And one simple thing I always do is the RAC technique. RRC. Reflect, accept, and change. Because I believe you can't change something what you haven't accepted yet. Makes sense for me. Maybe for you too. For example, university time, you partied with your friends, and then the next day you felt so shitty because it was way too long. You didn't even have so much alcohol, but you haven't get enough sleep, and you just know at some point sleep is important for you, etc., etc. So you don't feel great. And then it happens the next time, and the next time, and after 100 times, you're just like, I'm kind of sick of that. So what do? You check in with yourself and reflect first. Or, why did I do that? How did I feel? Most important things is feeling. We always change out of a feeling, not out of a thought. So, how did you feel after getting to bed so late, hanging out with them so long again, and just wasting maybe most of the day after that party time? How does it feel? Probably not great, right? I always go like into really that deep feeling, and this is actually what I do to really change something. I go into that feeling of feeling awful at that point. The thing is, you have to know to bring out yourself there, which is important. If you don't know how to bring yourself out of these like feeling weird feelings, I always encourage you, get support. I'm a coach myself, but also therapists are great. Other coaches are great. So support. When you're in that feeling of like, oh, it feels awful, never again. Like we always say, like when we had too much alcohol, I will drink never alcohol again. Yeah, never really happens, but you know. And when you reflected it, you have to accept as well. I felt miserable, and I do have to change that. So you recognize it, you reflected it, you accepted it, and now you can change it. This is when you leave earlier, or you leave at that time where you know that's the right time for me to leave. And here comes self-discipline into the game. The next time you're at the party, you check in with yourself again and say to yourself, I need to leave at that time today. I have to. The first time is always the hardest. Maybe that's what she said. The first time is always the hardest. But if you keep going with that, you will show yourself discipline. You encourage yourself to go for yourself, and you just so empowering yourself into your inner strength. You're just sitting right here. And actually, since I started doing that, if I feel I need to leave, I leave. Even the last time we went swimming with friends in the pool, I didn't feel great. So I left. I find my way home, and it was perfect. I was in bed early enough, and because I can't stop saying that. If your cup is empty, there's nothing to give. Nothing. So reflect, accept, and change. That's always the things what helps me choosing myself first. Because honestly, dear, you are the most important person in your life. There's no one else who is more important. Even if you have kids or not. If you're not taking care of yourself, how can you serve especially your kids, right? I always say, if a mom breaks her leg, who is taking care of the child? Huh? Question mark. So keep that in mind, please. Keep that in mind. It is so important. If you're constantly not choosing yourself first, it means that you definitely have to work on your self-esteem. And our self-esteem is always the same. How we feel about it is always different. If you constantly feel low about yourself, I cannot more encourage you to work on that. Because first of all, you deserve it. You're always important. You're always enough. Always, always, always. That's something I am struggling so often with. I'm always like, oh, I'm not enough, I'm not important. But I know I am. So I constantly work on that to really know and feel. As I said, feeling is the most important thing here. To feel good about myself. Because we all deserve a good life. So please take care of yourself. Check out my meditations I have. Tap into the other video here. Stop being miserable, if that interests you. And I hope you like that. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe the channel, spread the good words here with other people, because I want to grow with my message, with my being, and you guys can help me with that. So yes, Caring is sharing. Sharing is caring. And I see you the next time. I can't wait. And until then, take care of yourself. From my heart to yours. Namaste.